Courtesy running up to this point. He's now taken over on the mound, and he opened up with a 3-pitch strikeout of Anthony Flores. One away, top of the ninth. We've got Kyle Rickardson at the plate, 3 for 3. 1-2 count. Swung on and missed, strike 3. How about them apples? For Santa Fe pitching, that's 3 strikeouts in a row, stretching back into the last inning for the first and last strikeout of the game for our friend Jake Blankenship, and 2 strikeouts in a row for Micah. Wow. Just what the doctor ordered at this point. And now we bring Kyle Gonzalez to the plate. 2 up, 2 down. Pitch coming in. That's going to be foul over the right side. Oh, and 1 the count to Kyle Gonzalez. Connected on ground ball, slow boat to China to Doherty, 4-3 to Baker. That's it. Strikeout, KO, 4-3, 3 up, 3 down. Welcome to late innings. We're now going into the bottom of the ninth. Micah got the job done that time for Santa Fe. Tucker Micah, he tucked it in and got the job done, baby. We're going to go now to the bottom of the ninth, or excuse me, the top of the we are going, friends, into the top of the ninth inning of play. That was the bottom of the eighth. Now we're going to the top of the ninth. And the Santa Fe Indians will present the 8, 9, and 1 holes, 1, 2, 3 spots this frame. We've got Mr. Drew Shaber, Kevin Baker, and David Reina stepping up to the plate. Boy, I will tell you, it is hotter than a 4th of July ballpark cook-off out here. Woo, boy, I'm telling you, we're sitting right out here in the blazing sun. And it's all good all the time. Stepping up the plate's Drew Shaver. Struck out, grounded out to short, walked in his last plate appearance. Each plate appearance has been getting better for Drew, and let's see if he can get some production now, because the Santa Fe Indians desperately need to get just 1 run in to take a tender lead again. Shut down College Station at the bottom of this frame. Connected on, and there, my friend, is a foul over the left side. Oh, my goodness. I mean to tell you, that hit the wall in left field about a foot this side of the big yellow line that separates foul from fair ball territory at the 3:15 mark. I think one of the reasons we really haven't had any balls cascade out of the yard tonight is because the wind is coming in. Connected on, there's a Sky Needle. That is also going to left, but circling under it will be Easterling, and that's out number 1. Now we bring Kevin Baker to the plate. 9-hole batter for Santa Fe. Well, for 2 solid innings, we have been locked at a 2-2 tie. We are in the top of the 9th inning of play. Pitch coming in, connected on. There's a ground ball chopper again over to short. Throw to first, almost overthrown, but in time to nail Baker. And that is a crackerjack third baseman over there, Kyle Gonzalez. On over to Bennett at first, and now we go to the top of the order with David Reina once again for the Santa Fe Indians. He's 2 for 4. He's doubled, hit a can of corn, and was put out in left, singled, and then popped up to the catcher. Reina standing at the plate with a powerful batting stance. Pitch coming in. That's going to be a called strike 1. 0-1 the count. He's facing Rubion, who's basically beginning his 4th inning of work. Here's the pitch. Connected on, Big Bill Chopper, taken short. Yates, off balance, throw first in time. 3 up, 3 down. F7, 5-3, 6-3. And we're going to the bottom of the 9th. No runs and no hits for Santa Fe that time. No errors for the College Station Cougars. It's going to be 8, 9, and 1 holes, batting up 1, 2, 3 spots this frame. And it'll be Reese Easterling, Wilson Rubion, and Jordan Yates, as we thank our underwriters this afternoon's presentation friends. And they include Dr. C. Lynn Davis, Orthodontics, and Doctor of Dental Surgery, phone 713-824-6732. Evans Grass Farm in Santa Fe for 70 years in business. DeMontron Gulf Freeway, exit 15 frontage road for a dream universe of savings for you. Advantage BMW Clear Lake, voted the BMW dealership of the year in North America by Munich, Germany, the headquarters, in 2014. Gus's Steakhouse, Texas City, Black Angus certified steaks. Benny's Auto Repair in Texas City, 30 years in business, 30 service bays. McCree, Ford, and Dickinson, winners of the President's Award from Ford Motor Company for the last 11 years. Gay Family Auto, carrying on Marie Gay's tradition of unmatched personal family-style warmth in Dickinson. At the plate for College Station, taking ball 1 outside is going to be Reese Easterling, the first baseman, the left fielder. He's walked, grounded out to short, singled. He's facing Tucker Micah out on the mound, beginning his second inning of work. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside, comes back inside. The result, 2 balls and no strikes. Mike eyeing the signals from Josh Blankenship. Next offering comes in. That'll be upstairs for a ball. Crippled the count. 3 balls and no strikes. Full windup. Micah deals from the deck. That's going to be ball 4. Easterling will take a stroll down to first. That's going to bring Rubion to the plate, who's singled, grounded out to the pitcher's mound, and reached on a fielder's choice.
Next at bat, number 24, Rubion.
Rubion is currently pitching for 4 innings now, taking over for starting pitcher Bryson Lucas, who switched places with him, heading out to left back in the bottom of the 6th inning of play when Santa Fe was, or top of the 6th, when Santa Fe was threatening with the bases loaded. 3 successive walks, and Rubion came in and shut him down. That was Santa Fe's best opportunity to take a lead that would last permanently in this game. Pitch coming into Rubion upstairs is going to be a ball. Ball 1, no strikes. We are in the top of the 9th inning of play. 2nd extra inning. Santa Fe led by 2-0. All the way to the bottom of the 5th when College Station plated a run and then one in the next frame to tie the game. That's where we're at, 2-2. Next pitch, it's into the infield, scooped up, go to first, Micah to Baker. 1 out, but the winning run is in scoring position out at second on the sack as Easterling, who's one fast youngster, is out at the Keystone. That's going to bring Jordan Yates to the plate. Yates is 1 for 4. A ground out to third, a pop out to right, a single, and a towering fly ball put out in center. But he's gotten contact on the ball all night. Santa Fe in a critical situation here. Here's the pitch. It's going to be called strike 1. We're in the top of the 9th, or the bottom of the 9th inning of play. We're tied up 2-2. But College Station just needs 1 run in this home-standing inning to win this game. Tied 2-2. Here's the pitch. Connected on right to the first baseman. Oh, my goodness. That's a frozen rope directly into the glove of Baker. L3. 2 away. Sometimes, friends, the first baseman plays the hot corner. You know what I'm saying? Baker sure did that time. Stepping up to the plate will be Bennett now. Matthew Bennett. He's 2 for 4 this afternoon. Singled in his first trip, singled in his last trip, bookending 2 groundouts. Pitch coming in. Good change of pace, rifled in by Micah. That'll be registered. Strike 1, 0-1 the count. Micah has thrown 2 strikeouts so far to 6 batters faced. He's averaging 1 every 3 batters KO'd. He's on tap actually to start his next strikeout run. Connected on. That's going to be right over to the second baseman. We got a line out to first, to pop out to second. F4. It ain't over yet. And the College Station Cougars get a man on board courtesy of a base on balls. He manages to make his way to second. But then 3 up, 3 down thereafter, 1-3. A line out to first and pop out to second. Friends, we've gone through 9 complete innings of play. And needless to say, absolutely no errors on the part of the Santa Fe Indians. We are now going to the top of the 10th inning of play. And the Santa Fe Indians, they need to put in a run. They have got to put in a run because they're in a position in their entire season where you can make this pivot game something of a chore that is so difficult to overcome that once you do it, suddenly you've got to face game 3. Santa Fe is going to have to produce and produce hard and make it happen now. Don't get me wrong, as John Snyder and my new friend Nick Canton would be the first 2 to tell you, having coached these kids, both of them, since they were 5 years old all the way till now. Coach Ronnie Wolf, head coach for the Santa Fe Indians, 30 years in Santa Fe, would be also the very first to tell you. These kids play hang tough, and they'll never give up. So you've got a team that can handle those odds, win a long one here, and then come back and win a short one, or hopefully a shorter one than might be expected in a potential possible game 3, which would follow this one if played. Santa Fe, and we hope that it may be. It's the Santa Fe Indians that have that gumption as a team to be able to pull that off. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count now to Chase Doherty, who's hit the play. We've got a one away. We're in the top of the 10th inning of play. Connected on. That's going to be just over to short, and he is just out of there. Goodness gracious. I'm going to tell you, Wagner Yates, the young man over at first, that kid is incredible. He took a bouncing Betty that just basically was about to Baltimore chop its way over his head, flew up into the air, speared the catch to keep it from going over, pirouetted back down on second base, and an off-balance throw 6-3 to first, just nailed Doherty. So we've got 2-6-3, 6-3, 6-3, and now we bring Cody Plowman to the plate. He takes a swing and a foul poke back at strike 1, 0-1 the count now. Plowman is 0 for 4. He reached on a shortstop's throwing error, one of the few times that Yates at short has put probably an error together in this season. As he overthrew first, he reached at that juncture, struck out 2 times in succession, and then grounded out to third. He's at the plate now with a 1-2 count, 1 away. Next pitch is going to be a called strike 3. 2 away. And now we're going to bring Josh Blankenship to the plate, who singled, doubled, struck out, and flown out to center. So he's 2 for 4. And Coach Wolf going to come over and talk to the umpire. There is some concern over what seems to be, to the fans in the stands and to Coach Wolf, a tighter than might be desirable strike zone offered for Indian batters and a little bit of a loosey-goosey type bigger zone for the College Station Cougars. I'm sitting right behind home plate. To me, honestly, on behalf of the umpire, it's not so much that the pitchers are finding their way into different zones and balls for College Station are being called strikes for the Indians. It's more that the pitches are so different. We've got a lot of junk pitches being thrown in. Connected on, there's a long fly ball to center, and unfortunately for Santa Fe, they're getting good contact on the ball, but they're all right at him. So Blankenship flies out to Bryson Lucas way out in dead red center. So for Santa Fe, it's 3 up, 3 down. 6-3, a KO, and a pop out on a can of corn to center again on the F8 Express. So no runs, no hits for Santa Fe in the top of the 10th. We're going to the bottom of the 10th inning of play, friends. And we're still tied 2-2 and have been since the bottom of the 6th inning of play. We're going into the top of the 11th inning of play. But anyway, from my perspective, we're seeing a lot of curveballs come in from the arms of College Station pitchers. They look optically different. So if you're behind home plate, you can see where they're coming in and then knifing into the strike zone. Santa Fe pitching this afternoon has largely been throwing just straight clothesline fastballs, which is cool, but I'm just saying that when they're coming in, they look like they're heading more in a more straight line direction and could, I think, optically give the impression that they're going to be strikes once they cross home plate. They look very close in every instance, but I think the umpire is basically doing a pretty good job. It's a thankless job out there. I do know that Santa Fe hitting is a whole lot better than what they're presenting here. And I also know that Santa Fe has faced tougher pitching than we're seeing here. And that's not taking anything away from these wonderful College Station kids. Shoot a potato. We had a sophomore throwing for them on Thursday night. A freshman is throwing this afternoon. So that balances out the ledger a little bit on that analysis also. In any case, beginning his third full inning of work now is going to be Tucker Micah for Santa Fe, and he will pitch out his last warm-up. And coming out to settle behind the plate is going to be Josh Blankenship. And the College Station Cougars will bat up the wood hole. See if they can score one to win. Mark Galladay, Jack Madigan, and Anthony Flores. 3, 4, and 5 holes. That's center of the line. Galladay is 1 for 4 with a single. Jack Madigan is 1 for 4 with a single. Flores has no hits, but he's reached twice with a walk and another walk. He's walked twice. And then Kyle Richardson slugged in Flores for the first run of the game with a single. He's on deck with a single, and a double. He finally struck out to Tucker Micah. He's down in the hole. Any old who. Welcome to the bottom of the 10th inning of play. So Mark Galladay steps up to the plate. Grounded out to second in his last plate appearance. We're in the bottom of the 10th inning of play, friends. Charlie Mack here with you. CMCBroadcasting.com. Pitch coming in. That's going to be a called strike one. I'll give you another for instance. Yes, on the one hand, Tucker Micah is throwing a few more strikeouts. Well, actually more than a few than starting pitcher Blankenship. Pitch coming in. That's going to be a called, it'll be a ball. Up and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. But he's got a little bit more movement on that ball. It's got a pretty wicked slider, and that looks like his out pitch. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. That's going to be strike 2. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That was a beautiful slider he threw in that time. Galladay swung around a 9-iron golf swing and an absolute ozone miss. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Stepping back into the box, port side. Micah eyes the signals from Blankenship. He's a right-hander, just as Blankenship was. Here's the rock. When I say Blankenship, there's a Blankenship behind the plate and a Blankenship that pitches. Jake Blankenship has been taken out after a pretty good outing. But Mike out on the mound right now with a 2-ball, 2-strike count, full windup. Beautiful curve, got him, strike 3. That's what I'm talking about. When you throw that curve, this ump tends to see those Uncle Charlies coming in, and he's watching them generally with favorable results, and I'm telling you, he's doing it consistently both sides. I'll never forget I've had a couple through the years of major league umps that have told me it's about consistency. Umpiring is not a science, it's an art. Long as they call it fair, both sides. This gentleman's doing that. He's stingy on fastballs, which is mostly what Santa Fe's been throwing today. But he's real particular with curveballs and with curveball throwing artist Mike on the mound for Santa Fe. Now we're noticing just like we did then. We saw a curveball come in, umpire rang it up, that's a strike. So Micah now has thrown 4 strikeouts suddenly. He's been able to keep College Station from scoring any more runs. That's strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's facing, by the way, 4-hole batter Jack Madigan. It is 2-2, friends. It's been that way for going on now 4 full innings. Full windup. Swung on, missed, strike 3. Heavens to Betsy. That's 5 strikeouts. Can you believe that? 5 strikeouts that have been put together by Tucker Micah. And the only difference really between him and Blankenship, he's throwing that Uncle Charlie. Blankenship coming in, clothesline fastball. It's the only difference between the two. Now we've got Anthony Flores coming in. Ump has been pretty much calling it fair both sides. I will tell you something. If Santa Fe gets out of this one, they got to come top of the next inning in extra innings. We're in extra innings. Pitch coming in, connected on. Ground ball chopper taken down. Reina takes his paces, throw over 6-3. Good job. 3 up, 3 down. A whiff, a fan, and a ticket punched on the 6-3 Express. And what inning are we going into? Starting to run out of innings. We're going into the top of the 11th inning of play. And for the Santa Fe Indians, we're still tied 2-2, by the way. We bring up Jake Blankenship, who's no longer pitching, but he's now the new designated hitter. We've got John Snyder stepping up to the plate and Wade Perkins. That'll be 6, 7, and 8 holes, batting up 1, 2, 3 spots this spring. Welcome to the top of the 11th inning of play here in beautiful Mumford, Texas. I've got to tell you something. Graduated from high school. Oh, goodness gracious. What has it been? Close to 40 years ago? For crying out loud. And I've got to tell you something. In all that time, I never, ever heard of Mumford, Texas. Never heard of it. But there's always been a Mumford, Texas. It's out here on County Road 50, I'll tell you. I went to Texas A&M University, friends. Right up through 1980, I'm here to tell you. And I never one time heard of Mumford. And they're just 30 miles south of here. But they got a new Mumford High School, and that's what put them on the map, I imagine. But, boy, it's a beautiful town. Stepping up to the plate for Santa Fe. And the first pitch coming in, which will be below the border, ball 1 to Jacob Blankenship. Or, excuse me, that's going to be Tucker Micah batting in that same hole now. 5-hole, Tucker Micah batting. Ball 2 coming in. Tucker Micah. He's now pitching, he's now batting. In for Jake Blankenship. Rock pitch coming in. Ball 3, 3-0 the count. Out on the mound beginning his 5th inning of work is Rubion, who came in from center to replace Lucas. Full windup. And that'll be a called strike 1. So 3-1 is the count. Rubion just throwing it. Gets the ball back out there, and they're throwing it again. It's ball 4. So Blankenship reaches, Micah reaches with a 5-pitch and then walk with 1 strike to come with it. So he's on first with a free pass, and the Santa Fe Indians with no outs have the lead runner, a go-ahead runner in this game on first, and their pound for pound, rock'em sock'em best hitter through the year, .359 slugger with 8 homers on the year, John Snyder. This would be a really great time for Johnny to kick it in, and he's capable. Pivot bunt stance, pass ball. He won't have to do much else. Heading down to second with nary a problem is going to be Micah, who, by the way, I notice is running for himself. He's currently the pitcher, but he's also out there juking down that base path, all on his lonesome. John Snyder awaits the 1-0 offering. Pivot bunt stance, dragged up third base line. Is it going to roll foul? No. We've got 1 out, but Santa Fe's got the go-ahead run at third. Boy, Snyder, he can powder that ball with gopher bombs left, right, inside, or outside the yard. But that sac bunt was perfect to position Micah at third. And now stepping up to the plate, we welcome Wade Perkins, who's been percolating on the base paths, mainly because he's been walked 3 times in this game. He's actually made 1 official plate appearance, and that was in his last trip when he grounded out to second. We've got Micah at third. He needs to come in. Here's the pitch. Connected on. There's a shot into right field. It is a base knock, or is it a base knock? Yes, it is. Coming into the pay station is for run number 3 for the Santa Fe Indians is going to be Micah. Tucker Micah scores from third from the hot corner and serves up run number 3 at the hot plate in this top of the 11th inning of play to allow the Santa Fe Indians to go up on top by the score of 3-2. And that's a double into the right field line territory by Perkins. I'm going to tell you, that was a line double to right. A bug on a rug. It was dancing up and down back there and went into foul ball territory, caromed off a couple of fences. Oh, my goodness. An RBI badly needed for Santa Fe. Connected on. There's a high fly ball to left field. And it is caught by Easterling. Oh, my goodness. I thought we were going to see our first humdinger in this game, but not quite. Not quite, baby. Oh, my goodness. Shaver. Oh, he almost unloaded that one. Oh, wow. That shoulda, coulda, woulda gone out of this yard, my friends, but no dice. Easterling's been getting a workout out there and left. Santa Fe goes up on top by the score of 3-2. And what in the world? Baker gets a hit by pitch. He's going over to first. We've got 2 outs. Santa Fe doing the 2-out tango. That's always good news because it's what they like to do. It's what they tend to do. It's what they seem to always do. Baker at first now. 2 men on, and we have, I think, for the last 2 series rounds, including this one, the hottest hitter in the Santa Fe lineup at the plate right now, and that's David Reyna. Now, he's 2 for 4 this afternoon, or make that 2 for 5. He's stepping up for his 6th plate appearance. He's doubled, flown out to left, singled, popped up to the catcher, grounded out to short. He's gotten contact on the ball all night. Santa Fe has a insurance run out at second. They've got to bring him in to maybe make